Greetings, and in Lakesh, beloved kin. I was invited to speak about the release of the Terma of the Red Queen in Spanish and Portuguese, the first edition, and the second edition in English. So the Terma of the Red Queen is a magical encoded visual journey into the archetypal and mythic realms, and it's meant to attune us to the deeper stratum of our beings. And the book contains the original drawings by José Argüelles, Valum Votan, and the images have not been digitalized in order to maintain the essence of the transmission. And the transmission is part of the memory stream of the GM108X Galactic Mayan Mind Transmission. And the Galactic Maya are the universal ones who transcend the context of this particular time space. And the Terma is being put out now at a time when it feels that our world has lost sight of the sacred path or the sacred ways, or where the inner essence isn't as valued as it once was. So a main theme of these images is the theme of initiation. And I'm sure we can all relate to initiation. And it means, sometimes events take place that are maybe uncomfortable, but they're meant to increase our awareness. So initiation is the progression from one level of consciousness into the next. So that's a main theme of the Terma. And these images were first activated by the vision of the final days of Maldek and the need to regain our memory so that we do not repeat the same catastrophes. And the shattering of Maldek is just a fractal of the memory of the cataclysms that are buried in the human psyche. So in our collective psyche is this memory of cataclysm or destruction. It's where a lot of the fears come from on the planet. And it's a time loop that we are here to become conscious of and to help break through. So the images in this book were received over a 260-day cycle that coincided with the initial reception of the Cosmic History Chronicles, the raw data that would later form the Cosmic History Chronicles. So this vision and recollection of the final days of Maldek unlocked the gates of cosmic history and the Terma of the Red Queen. The word Terma means hidden treasure, and it's associated with the Tibetan tradition, primarily the Vajrayana branch of Buddhism that is traced to Padmasambhava and his consort Yeshe Tsogyal. And they planted knowledge in the astral realms to be retrieved at a future time by specific people for specific purpose. Those who discover these hidden teachings are known as tertons. So the Terma of the Red Queen is actually the fourth of 5 stages of a greater Terma, which is the Telektonon prophecy of Pakal Votan. And so this fourth stage of 5, the fourth stage is the Terma of the Red Queen and the Cosmic History Chronicles. They are intertwined and were created simultaneously. And it's called Terma of the Red Queen, as we're dealing in the archetypal realms. Archetypes are universal symbolic patterns that are encoded into our soul's journey. So ultimately, the Red Queen is a multidimensional archetype. It represents the impersonal, anonymous, feminine force field. And it's the archetype that holds the keys to memnosis. Memnosis meaning the primal memory of the lost and forgotten worlds. And so the Red Queen, the archetype, is the one who safeguards the memory of the lost world. So the memory of the lost worlds is safeguarded by the feminine matrix. And this archetype signifies also the recollection and the redemption of the interval of lost time and eternity. So it's the safeguard of the encodements of all of the knowledge that has been forgotten. Okay, and it also is the archetype of the return to the divine imagination. And this means that ultimately the return to the divine imagination means that you're able to dissolve yourself back into the source or back into the void in order to listen again and receive new instructions or the new dreams, which may be very different than what's gone before. And this archetype also represents the synthesis of the soul journey that leads to liberation so that a new story might emerge. So again, we can think of Terma as treasures that are encoded into the fabric of the universe. These treasures are like alarm clocks that are planted within the time-space continuum, and they're set to go off at specific moments in time to assist us in our further awakening. And ultimately, all of this knowledge stream, the GM108X, Telektonon, Terma of the Red Queen, cosmic history, law of time, all of it is to help us to break free from the earthly conditioning and gain a whole system's comprehension of a vast synchronic order of existence that's connected fractally to other realms and other times. So it's all leading us toward universal recollection, or Ur. The images that you will see in the book are highly coded. So take time to meditate with them. And when you contemplate them, just try to have an empty mind and allow whatever's meant to unlock whatever perceptions that arise to come to the forefront. And like I said, they are, a main theme is initiation. So you will see a lot of images of beings in contemplation. You will see like a dismemberment of the ego, or beings that are traveling from one world system to the next. And initiation ultimately leads us into the deeper aspects of our being. And sometimes we can feel what this means. It's amplified late at night when you're alone sometimes, when you can feel everything. And you feel flickers of other times and other worlds, and you feel the remembrance that you're part of something so vast and so beyond your daily comprehension that it's just astounding when that realization comes. And so again, the best way to approach this Terma of the Red Queen is like a child stepping into a magical classroom, and imagine that each page is like a pop-up book. And if you sit with it and you ask it to inform you, then well, you'll have your experience of what can occur, and you want to reflect on each of the images in isolation, and then the images as part of the whole unfoldment. And the release of the Terma of the Red Queen in Spanish and Portuguese also coincides with the recent launch of the new Cosmic History website. It's just the beginning of a lot of knowledge will be put on there, and soon we will have it in translation to Portuguese, Spanish, and other languages. The Cosmic History further unfolds the knowledge base of the law of time and the telectonon. And so may the images contained within the Terma of the Red Queen further unlock the memory of your sacred mission on this planet, and may all the love surround you. Signing off with love and in Lakesh. Aho.